Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So a couple days ago I went to the library, which I do about once or twice a week, which is always a super dangerous game for me to play, and I got a bunch of books which I am going to show you. And if you like anything that I show you, or if you want to hear more about it, I will be reviewing most of the books that I checked out. I'll talk about the ones that I probably won't be reviewing, and let me know if you have any suggestions for the next time that I go to the library. So yeah, I got quite a bit of books, as you can see, but I do read quite a bit in 1 week. I do read a little bit less in the summer than I do in the winter, just because I like to be outside a little bit more in the summer because it is nice, but I got a ton of stuff and I'm excited to jump right in and start reading these. I also have started reading some of these because I got them out, but we'll just pretend like that didn't happen. All right, so let's start with the first one just on the top, and that is Cheeky Brat by Mitsubachi Miyuki. So this is a book about, it's a girl who became the team manager of the basketball team because she has a crush on one of the guys who's on the team, but then she finds out that he's dating someone else, and I guess there's this other guy, this underclassman I think, who is, I'm assuming he has a crush on her, and yeah, they're gonna see what happens from that. So this kind of just seems like a cute little fun manga. I can probably read it in an evening. In fact, I'm probably gonna read this one tonight. It looks really, really fun. I only saw volume 1 at the library, so if I like it, I might have to either wait for the next volumes to come out. I'm not sure. I live right next to a road, so it's super loud. So I'm not sure if there's other volumes out, but if I like it, I might either have to wait for the other volumes to come out, or I'm gonna have to wait for the library to order the other volumes, or I can always get them from another library in my state. So yeah, this is Cheeky Brat. I'm excited to see how this one turns out. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. The next book that I got is actually a book from another library. So I can order books from any library in my library system and just place a regular hold and go pick them up, and they're gonna be just fine. But if my library system doesn't have it, I can actually order it from any other library in my state. So I live in the United States, and the particular state that I live in, has a system where I can order from any other library in that state. So it's a super cool way to get access to other books in your state that your library doesn't have, and it's especially helpful for people who live in smaller library districts. I know someone who lives in a smaller library district, and she can use it to get books that her library maybe can't afford to have on hand. So it's a super cool program, and I got this book, which is Image on the Edge by Michael Camille. And as you can see from the bookmark, which is, by the way, this is the cutest thing ever. It's a little, like one of those guards from Star Wars, and I always put him in so that his eyes peek right over the edge of the page. So you can't really see because I have a sticky tab in here because there was some interesting stuff I wanted to return to, but I always make it so his little eyeballs peek over the top of the page. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Image on the Edge is about illustrations in medieval art. So I thought it would be really, really interesting. Actually, one of the previous books that I read, Basilisks and Beowulf, had this book as like a recommended book in like their back, like additional reading or things that it had referenced. So I decided to place a hold on it. I think it had a reference. If it wasn't this book, it was another similar book, and I found this book and decided to read it. Now, the sticky note on the front is because I did place a hold from another library, not in my system, and when they do that, sometimes they put a sticker on the front of the book that has like all your personal information, so I can't really show you the cover because all my personal information is behind this sticky note, but it makes sense. They want to know who has their book. So I have actually started this, and I'm really, really enjoying it, and I'm excited to finish it up. Probably do a little bit more reading in this tonight. This definitely skews a little more academic, but I've been really, really enjoying it, and I think anyone who would like to know a little bit more about medieval manuscript illustrations or illumination would definitely enjoy this book, and I would recommend it so far. So we'll see what happens between now and when I finish the book. But so far, I've been really, really enjoying this. The next book that I have checked out is another manga, and that is My Brother's Husband Volume 2. So I actually read Volume 1 a little ways. It feels really, really long ago because I've read so many books in between, but I have read Volume 1 and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to Volume 2, but Volume 2 was never in the library until I was in there. Had just found Cheeky Brat and was looking at Twitter, and yeah, I found it, so I felt like I had found my manga read for the week. But then I saw that they had My Brother's Husband on the shelf, and I had to check it out and read it because yeah, I'd read Volume 1 and I'd been looking for it. So super, super excited to read this. It's a little bigger, but I can probably still knock it out. I might read this tonight, I might not, but I'm really excited to give this a try and see, yeah, what it's all about. The next book is Ancient Iraq by George Roux, R-O-U-X. I'm not really sure how to say that. This is an older book. I believe the cover says it was first published or the first edition was like in the 60s somewhere, but I'm kind of on like a Mesopotamia kick, if you can't tell. So I wanted to continue that by checking this book out, and it's definitely a little bit bigger. It's over 400 pages. I have started it, but it's just really interesting. Not too academic, actually. I've been able to kind of like read and get in the flow, so that's been really, really nice. But I have been enjoying this, and I am reading this, and I will be reviewing this when I'm done to let you know what I thought about it. The next book is one that I probably won't be reviewing because I didn't check it out because I wanted to check it out. So I'm in a book club, and everyone kind of like takes turns picking what they're going to read, and someone else picked this book, and I'm not looking forward to it. I just double checked because I thought I had grabbed the wrong book off the shelf, and the book club is coming up. So that is Murder in Michigan's Upper Peninsula by Sunny Longtime. This is true crime, I think, and like history. And I am not a true crime person at all. I do not enjoy it. I don't like reading it. I don't like reading about it. It scares me really, really bad. I'm the kind of person who like can't use the bathroom at night after they read this sort of stuff. Every time I like try, it's like, I don't know, it gets to my head and I can't do it. But someone suggested it. Thankfully it's short. The person who suggested it was like, oh, it's not scary at all. But I know me, I'm scared of everything. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. Probably not gonna review it because I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about it. Maybe I will if I have some real thoughts on it, but I'm probably gonna read it, go to the book club, and yeah, share my 2 cents at that little gathering. But yeah, I did get this from the library, but I did not get this because I wanted it. I got it because my book club is reading it. So that's that. Finally, the last thing I got is something else on that Mesopotamian kick, and that is The Sumerians, Their History, Culture, and Character by Samuel, I completely forgot to say Samuel for a second, Samuel Noah Kramer. This also looks like an older book. I don't actually know when it was published. I guess I can look in the cover really quickly. So yeah, this was also first published in the 1960s. So I do have 2 books here that were first published in kind of like the 60s. And definitely, I think these books, they're probably going to be dated. Like obviously there's going to be some new information and some new research that's gone on in these fields, but I do really think they're kind of good basis and good starting points, and I really, really enjoy them. I don't discount a book for being older. I just keep in mind that some of the data may have changed, and I do try to read some newer books to get the most up-to-date information. However, I got out The Sumerians. It's Their History, Culture, and Character by Samuel Noah Kramer, and I'm looking forward to reading it. It has this little guy on the cover. I actually think I know what this guy is because of another book I read like 2 years ago. I think this is like a sculpture of like a city, like a civil servant or like a mayor or something. I think. I could be completely wrong. I just recognize this thing on the cover. This one also is a little bit longer. I haven't started reading this one yet, but I'm really, really interested to see what it's about. As you can see, we're gonna get into some fun stuff here in the back, and I'm really interested to read about it. I've just been on a Mesopotamian kick, so I'm going to stay on that for as long as I can until I decide to switch things up. So yeah, that's what I checked out of the library this week. Probably gonna make another run. I guess probably not any more this week. I'm probably gonna stick with what I have, but then next week I'll probably go back to return this and get some more stuff. So yeah, here's what I got. Super, super interesting. I'm really looking forward to everything that I got. Naturally, I love going to the library. So yeah, that was my little library haul for the week. Let me know which one of these sound the most interesting to you, and if you have any suggestions for me, I'm always open to suggestions. If I can't get it at my library, I can place an interlibrary hold and get it, and I'm always happy to give any book that you guys suggest a try. Other than that, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.